All right, how's it going? It's the West Side Speakeasy podcast and reaction channel right here with Moco Tattoo.
Thinking of here. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Man, how's everybody doing, dog? Man, we got a new one, dog, on the first real fool.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Father,
Technically,
well, they call him father of the mestizos, right?
the godfather of the mestizos, homie.
So the godfather of the fools, the
El
first real
mestizaje,
fools,
homie.
the real fools,
El
right?
primero, yeah, the first food to do it.
And I wouldn't call him an exact fool because technically he would be like a Miklo, dog. No, am I not wrong?
That's it right there.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
that's it right there. He is Miklo. He's the first Miklo ever. Think about it.
Gonzalo Guerrero.
Yep.
Gonzalo Guerrero. Remember that, all right?
Gonzalo Guerrero. La
So
leyenda de Gonzalo Guerrero, homie.
I'm gonna give you the fact first before we really get into the story. So
Yep.
technically,
Let's just give him a little background story about this food.
should we do the story first?
Nah, yeah, you give him like a little,
No, I was just gonna say that.
like a little introduction, you could say.
So technically, he's the first Spanish
Conquistador.
to meet the Mayans, dog. He's the first recorded Spanish fool to meet the Mayan indigenous people, dog.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, not the first to meet the actual indigenous people, but the Mayan
But
indigenous
the
people.
people right there in Yucatan.
And we're gonna get all into that right now. So technically, he
he has the first interaction with
the first interaction with the Mayan, dog. Not
yep.
only that, they say that he's truly the first one to make a mestizo, which
Yep.
is a Spanish, a dude from Spain
a Spaniard.
over there in Europe, white dude, right? They're
Yep.
considered white,
They're
right?
white, yeah.
And he boned a freaking indigenous female, dog. He boned some Indian, dog. You know what I mean?
And he made it the first Mexicans.
And he made the first mestizo.
Mhm.
I don't want to say Mexican.
That's where it comes from too. Mestizaje in Mexico, güey. Like,
Okay.
It's all mixed. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
The
So
mestizaje.
he made the first food.
He made the first.
He made the first food, dog. Like that's just the way it goes, dog.
Yeah, history-wise, he goes down as
You know what
the
I mean?
first one to make the first.
So I don't know if you want to consider him the first fool
Because
because
he's not as famous as Cortez because he didn't conquer.
So I would almost say like he's the first fool. He's the first downest fool, but he didn't have no high socks. He had them, but he actually
He
removed
took
them.
him off
He
and went
took 'em off.
barefooted with the natives.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's two sides to every story,
Okay,
right?
let me see.
Spaniards, all the people from Spain, they look at him like a traitor, dog. You know, they
Oh,
look
yeah.
at him like fucking traitor. And then obviously over here, he's a hero, dog. Like tell the people over
Well,
here.
he's the first recorded, documented Spanish or European, whatever,
Yep.
to be not a traitor, but to basically switch
Yeah,
sides.
but
He
traitor.
switched sides. Yeah.
Well, to Spaniards, he was
Well,
a traitor.
yeah, he traded. Yeah.
To the people over here, though, dog, he became a
He's
hero,
a
dog. He
symbol,
became
dog.
a legend. He
Well,
became a
he's
legend.
The godfather of the fucking.
Not only that,
dog.
like he became part of the warriors. Like he had he was the leader at the end and shit. He died in the battlefield fighting with them, still with the Mayans.
So before we go right into the story, not only was he the first to beat the Mayans, he joined them. He's the first to join the indigenous people
Yep.
as a white boy. That's why I say he's almost like a Miklo, dog.
Yeah, no, he is.
You get me?
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm fucking with it.
Well, you
I'm
gotta
white
kinda
on the
explain
outside,
to
but
him,
I'm
too.
brown on the inside.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
he turned brown
Use
for sure.
me, homie. Use me, man.
He turned brown for sure, at least.
Oh, he turned brown because he was always out in the sun and shit too.
Yep.
So
you're gonna play a little story or
nah, let's tell it. Like I already fucking
okay,
know
cool.
the
So
whole
let him
story
know
on
what
that.
happened. How did he end up a how did he end up a Mayan? What happened?
Shit, I feel like that was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
So how do you end up what?
How did he end up a Mayan?
All right, so let's get right into it, dog.
Get into the story.
So, Gonzalo Guerrero, he was born in the late 1400s
Okay.
in Palos, Spain.
Okay.
At that time, it was probably called the Castellanos.
Yeah, it's Pablo. Probably in Castilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably in the Reino de Castilla.
Obviously, dog, this is fucking hundreds of years ago. We don't know the exact date, but it was definitely around like 1490.
Yeah. Gotta be 14.
Yeah, whatever. So, he ended up turning into like just a regular soldier or
Okay.
like a sailor, just nothing major, nothing whack or anything.
Just like a foot soldier,
A
basically.
foot soldier, yeah, a
Yep.
sailor.
Adventures.
And from there, dog, he was moving with the Spanish, and the Spanish somehow, dog, I don't know why, but they ended up in Santo Domingo, okay? Which is, I want to say, the Dominican Republic, you know?
Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Dominican Republic, which is one of those islands out in the Caribbean.
Yes, sir.
in the Gulf of Mexico, right?
No, not in the Gulf of Mexico. Is it?
Well, it's near the Gulf of Mexico.
They're definitely near the Gulf of Mexico for sure.
Not Gulf of America like Trump trying to say, dog.
Yeah.
Don't. It's Gulf of Mexico, homie.
Everybody knows.
But anyways, long story short, they sent him on a small mission, dog, and it wasn't a mission like a military mission, fool.
Okay.
It was actually just like
like a recon mission to go try to scope out the land, maybe.
It was a more like work. Like I think they were like transferring supplies or something. It wasn't nothing crazy. So from Santo Domingo, they went to Panama.
Okay.
And in Panama, they actually did meet indigenous people there, dog.
Okay.
But they were not the Mayans.
They weren't the Mayans. No.
They were actually speaking a whole different language.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yep.
So the Mayans had their own language.
Oh yeah, everybody. Yep.
But the dudes out in Panama, and that it was really jungular, like jungle. Food. It was like super tropical, dog.
Yep.
But they set shop there. So as they were setting up shop, I guess he was working with them, dog, probably sending them supplies, maybe grabbing gold from there and sending it back to Santo Domingo where they already had shop, right?
Okay.
So what happened was that they were using like not the big ass ships, fool, but it was like a smaller, like kind of like maybe you know how you got tanks, maybe like a Jeep. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get
like a smaller, like
little, yeah, I get what you're saying, like little vests, I get what you're saying.
They were like that. They're supposedly they were like faster and like lighter.
Yep.
So they were able to like maneuver.
Yep.
Which was not good. I'm gonna tell you why right now, dog. So as they were returning back to Santo Domingo, a hurricane hit.
Oh shit.
So think about it, dog. They were
capsized. That means
not a super small vessel, but you know, not the usual vessel, dog. Obviously,
flipped them over real capsized. Probably broke the boat in half, a little boat in half.
So I don't know how, dog. They ended up like in Jamaica. Somehow they ended up in Jamaica.
Drifting.
I don't know. And then obviously it fucking broke the fucking vessel.
Okay.
And that's when I guess and it wasn't too many dudes, dog. I want to say it was like 20, 30 dudes.
Okay.
And the fucking once it crashed, I guess whatever survivors there was, they fucking made a little raft. Okay. I don't know if they used it off the actual boat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure pieces of the boat. Yeah, they just like you swim to it, you grab on a piece of wood and fucking use it as a raft.
So his story's crazy, dog. Like he's honestly, dog, he's a real true warrior, fool. Like he's a survivor, he's a G, dog. Miklo wasn't playing, dog, like, you know what I mean? But they were like about 2 weeks out in the ocean, fool.
Just
like drifting, fool. Like these fools, no food, no water, fool. Like hey, honestly, dog, you think these fools were eating each other?
I mean, it would have been hard if they're not on the boat, you get me? Like it would have been kind of hard. Cause like you're like,
but 2 weeks, fool. But you're what the fuck are you gonna
like,
do in 2 weeks?
I don't even know if you're strong enough to eat somebody at that point, fool. Like you're probably just strong enough to hold on to the little shit and that's it.
If they were drinking water, it was probably like fucking in the mist.
You couldn't drink no fucking seawater. That shit
was dry. Where they have parasites and shit.
No, not only that, the ocean water because of the salt, that shit will fucking dry you crazy,
out, and dehydrate you.
Yep.
So, long story short, they ended up landing in the Yucatan Peninsula, dog.
They drifted all the way.
Yeah, in Quintana Roo.
Quintana Roo.
Quintana Roo.
Yep.
Which is
still there in Mexico.
Yeah, in Yucatan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they landed like on the little pico, fool, at the top. If you were to look out on the map, it'll be like at the very top. It's called Cape Catoche, I think, dog.
Okay, Cabo Catoche.
Cabo Catoche, that one. Yeah. Tigre knows you know, he knows geography, dog.
Yeah.
So they landed right there, fool. Almost immediately, dog, the Mayan fucking captured
They got him. And these people were weak as shit from drifting, so not they could fight anyway.
I believe they were saying, like, in the story that some of them just already had, like, they were so weak they just died.
They just died, probably.
They probably didn't even pick those up, dog.
Nah, they were, the bodies were like that when they floated.
Yeah, yep. And then the rest, whatever ones that did survive, except for 2, they were sacrificed, fool.
Oh, shit.
They were sacrificed and to the Mayans and the Aztecs, they all had, like, gods. You know what I mean? They have more than one god, I believe, right?
Yeah, all of them have more than one
god. Back in the day, whatever, dog, like, I guess sacrificing these people was kind of like feeding the gods.
Yeah, you were keeping them happy. Supposedly, the gods wanted blood for some reason.
I don't know how they came up with that, dog, but that's why the Spanish always thought of them as fucking radicals, dog, and what do you call it? Like, crazy fools, right?
Yeah, but they were,
5150 type motherfuckers, right?
They were doing fucking worse, but yeah.
They were probably doing worse, but anyways, so out of all those survivors, somehow there was some dude named Geronimo Aguilar, right?
Geronimo de Aguilar, yeah.
How do you say it?
Geronimo.
Whatever, dog. And Guerrero, Gonzalo Guerrero.
Yes, sir.
2 of them. Gonzalo Guerrero Geronimo Aguilar. All right, so these were two different types of people. I'm gonna say that because, again, like I said before, Gonzalo, he was like more of a sailor soldier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nothing really more. And Geronimo, this fool was more like he was like a Catholic member, fool. Like
like kind of like a clergyman or something like that.
Maybe he worked.
Yeah.
He was definitely like really into his religion, which was like Catholicism,
Catholicism,
Christian, whatever.
Yep.
And I believe that that's the reason why he was on board, because at the same time while they're doing, setting up shop, fool,
they're supposedly,
their main reason was to like spread the religion,
spread the Lord,
which they kind of technically did it in the future.
Yeah, by killing everybody.
Yeah, they forced them. Yeah. Well, that's because they already told them that they were crazy people, right?
Yeah.
So remember that. Keep that in mind, dog. Aguilar, he was more of a Catholic religious. He was there for that type of purpose. So that plays a big part in him basically not
in the two roles
that they win. Yeah, exactly.
The two life paths.
So real quick before we get right into like the real G,
the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Aguilar ended up being a translator in the future, right? That's a whole maybe we'll do one on him.
For Hernan Cortez, yep.
For Hernan Cortez.
Yep.
So the reason was because he did end up a slave for the Mayan.
Yep.
But he always kept it Catholic, dog. The Mayans.
They always let him, like, he would always pray to his God, and they always let him.
They said that.
They said it's okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they were like, that's you, you know what I mean?
He would
that's
get on
your
his
God
knees
that
and
you
pray,
believe in, whatever. That's like
Think about how open, like, back, like, you would think in that time, like, nah, you either believe, like, I believe, you would think, like, or I killed, but, like, look at that. They're like, go ahead, you want to believe in your God?
They were simple, dog. Well,
that's simple. That's real simple.
That's real simple.
That is simple, dog. It is.
You know what I mean? Like, they were like, okay, he believes in whatever.
That's fine, whatever. Like,
You gotta remember.
That means, that just means you believe in your God so much that you're like, yeah, you can believe whatever you want. I ain't even tripping on you.
Yeah, he probably thought that was crazy.
The Mayans, all of them did.
Like, why is he doing this?
Mayans,
like, he probably thought he was talking in his hands or some shit.
These dudes are crazy, yeah.
And he later, like, his destiny's different. But he did end up a slave. Somehow he was probably sold and ended up in the future
tribe,
when the Spanish came and took over the Aztecs. That's a whole different story.
Yeah.
That's years later. Let me tell you something. So all this is happening around 1511, okay? Keep that in mind.
That's when the boat crashes.
Yeah. It wasn't until like 19,
I want to say.
19 is when the Spanish came and landed like in probably the same Yucatan.
Yeah, that's when Cortez
fucking with the Aztecs, right?
Yeah. Well, they landed right there too in Yucatan, but they just went all the way up.
They went north, yeah.
Yep.
So the Mayans were obviously they were south because the Yucatan Peninsula and the state or whatever it's called,
La Villa Rica de la Cruz,
all that's all by Belize, Guatemala.
It's down there.
Panama. What's down there? Nicaragua.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's get into the real G, right? Gonzalo Guerrero. So this fool ended up being a slave. For a couple of years, right? He ended up learning their language. So did Aguilar. That plays a major part. But Gonzalo. Gonzalo, he ended up like learning. He was working with them, learning their language, dog.
Right.
Obviously, dog, he had no other choice. He had no other choice, right? So as he was working, they had him doing like, I guess, maybe like picking corn, or I don't know if you pick that.
Then I heard like at one point they actually like gave him to like one of like a family right there that needed help, dog. Like they were like older, the man was older, he couldn't do much, so like they kind of gave Gonzalo Guerrero to that man, like they have him do all the yard work, so he would just do basically like the yard work and
he just basically kind of like he was a slave.
He was a slave.
He was a slave, but as time went on, little events would happen. So I guess what would happen, dog, is they would have probably issues with other tribes.
The next tribe over.
Whatever. Or even
I told you not to cross this shit.
Yeah, or even with the Spanish, dog. So
no, that was a little bit later on, but yeah.
Yeah. So they had a little battle, dog. They had a little skirmish. I want to say with another tribe.
It was another tribe, yeah. It was another tribe.
And this fool, what the Mayans said, dog. The Mayans what's recorded is that they said specifically that most of the foreigners, somebody that was working as a slave, whenever like battles would happen and they'll get into it with other fucking tribes,
they were scared.
They would kind of just wouldn't join, dog.
No, they were scared, dog. They would leave. They wouldn't like join the battle and shit.
Yeah, they would
kind of take off and shit.
Try
to hide anywhere. Yep.
But this is what made him pop out.
This
This
was-
fool stood up and he started fighting with them, dog.
Yeah.
You know, like along with
Let's say
them.
another tribe came, he started fighting with the people he's like living with, you know, so against this other tribe, like fuck it.
I mean, at the end of the day, think of it, this is how I see it, dog. We're all human, fool.
Right. That makes sense though.
I know he's a slave, but like
You
just
still
like
live with like
in
you know, your
real
people
life-
still, dog, you know, like
no, but
whether-
in real life, like you know, there's some fools that are cool.
100%.
I'm sure he started building some type of relationship.
started learning a little bit, started
Yeah,
learning the words,
fucking, hey, you
then
know
people
what,
kind
this
of
is
look
not
like,
too
hey,
bad.
like this was trying to learn.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, talk a little bit of shit, but like this was trying to
Hey,
learn
throw
that
him a
shit.
little fucking foot
Like
of turkey,
fucking-
dog. Give him a turkey leg, like you get
So
me?
they say they started trusting him a little bit more, and he started
Well,
noticing that.
especially after he fucking
So like
he
one of the
turned it
things they
up.
said that they kind of did first was like they handed him a knife, dog, to like I want to say it was either to like kill like one of the chickens or something like that.
right.
But it was the first time he had touched a weapon, dog, before in years, dog, you know.
Oh yeah.
And obviously he just you know did whatever he had to do and handed it right back over and shit, you know.
And that's already a sign of trustworthy.
Of course. So like, all right. And then like at first they would send him on little things like go get us water, but they would send like a little kid with him fool, you know.
Yeah.
And like obviously like he knew like this obviously the kids is here watching me and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
They're
To keep
testing.
an eye out.
But slowly but surely like. Hey, they'll tell the little kid, hey, you ain't gotta go no more. Hey, go, you know. And like there was a couple of times where he was by himself in the middle of the jungle. That like he could have taken off running for and like trying to make it somewhere, you know, like or maybe a different tribe, who knows? But nah, he didn't. He chose, dog. He chose to go grab the water and go right back, dog. And you know, slowly but surely he started integrating himself into the community.
And I think just what really made him like fuck with him was that he helped him.
And one of the
You know what I
battles he helped, and then by the next one he starts telling them about strategies. Dog, like hold on, look.
yeah.
In Europe, we fight like this. Like,
Yeah.
you guys don't know about reserves. Like, you guys just throw everybody. Nah, throw like, you know, half the people, and we're going to save the other half right here. So when the battle's already hot, we got a brand new, fresh people to jump in. You know, the Mayans were like, oh, shit. Nah,
And that was a major
tactics,
part.
huh? Okay.
So I want to say around, so he got there 15, 11. I want to say, give it like 3-4 years later, after all that trust was built,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and earned.
I don't say,
I want to say like they kind of accepted him in already.
no,
dog.
yeah, one of the chiefs gave him a, I mean, well, he
No,
got-
that was later. But
Was
when
it?
I'm like, not later, but let me see, dog. That was later, dog. Like, yeah. So that was like 5 years in, dog.
5 years in?
Yeah. So I'm just saying that, like, before we get to that part,
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, that's when they kind of like were like, you know what? They basically started seeing him as one of them.
Yeah. Started becoming like a member of the tribe.
So this will start. Let's, as a matter of fact, let's do this. This was fucking basically. That's when he went all the way in, dog. You want to fucking talk about how he looked?
Go
and all
for
that
it, go
shit?
for it. Hey, explain his look. Explain what happened.
So after about 3-4 years, this fool ended up basically becoming Mayan, dog.
Yeah.
And when I say that, dog, I'm pretty sure when he got to, you know, when he got captured, he probably still has some of his Spanish clothing on, dog. You know what I mean?
Everything.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it may have. That's why I say, like, did he have the high socks, or that's why he dropped
He
the
had
high
him
socks?
on, but he dropped them.
Yes,
He took them
'cause
off.
if
and
you know the Spanish fool. You ever seen they got like high like medias? almost,
Yeah.
They got like high
That's
socks,
just,
fool.
that's just hilarious.
Yeah, fool. They got like fucking shields and shit.
Yeah.
Dog, this fool took the high socks off, dog. He went barefoot. Wow, no, you think they had shoes?
Nah.
I don't know if they
Nope.
had shoes.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Very few of them did. Very
Yeah.
few. So, like, remember Montecusoma? He would wear little sandals.
Yeah.
But, like, he was a high priest, and he was,
Yeah,
like, the
yeah.
Tatroni, so, yeah.
He probably did eventually. But anyways, so he went full on Mayan. And when I say that, I say it because there's actual recorded Castillo, what's his name? Bernal Castillo?
Bernal Diaz de Castillo, yep.
Like, okay, so that dude has actual like he written.
The book
like,
right there, look.
Yeah, we got the book right here, as a matter of fact. Yeah, Bernal Diaz.
Yep.
He wrote it down to himself, dog, that this fool had tattoos on his face, fool. He was already blasted all over the
He got
place.
tribal tats.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Apocalypto?
Yeah,
And
that's
you
a
see
good
how
one,
them
that's a
fools
good one.
like, fool, they had like a fucking piercing right
A
here, dog.
gauge. They put, like, gauges in there, like, and then they do the shit that the rockers, the
Yeah,
big-ass
the fuck, I
holes
got
in.
plugs, fool. I gotta put them back on though. It's open and all that shit, dog.
Yeah.
I love that
And
shit.
then the nose, too. They would pierce their nose.
Yeah.
through
So
here.
Bernard actually said that he confirmed that he had a piercing on his lip right here at the bottom,
Yep.
and that he had fucking piercing on his ears,
Big
fool, like
old
gauges,
fucking
fool.
like gauges, yeah.
So
yeah.
and that he was tattooed on his face, fool.
Yeah, probably went
That
with
shit
the
is some
tribal tats.
Hey,
tribal
dog, that's
tats.
some gangster ass shit right there.
I'm pretty
fool.
sure by the time they seen him, dog, he was already kind of brown skinned too. Fool, he had been there 8
Yeah.
years. He
Yeah.
had been there 8 years
Yeah,
already.
he
you know
was
what I mean?
bronze
He
already.
was probably the only thing that you could tell he was the difference between him and the Mayan. He had a beard, and the Mayans didn't use beards. Like that wasn't a thing.
Not only that, yeah, and he more than likely grew out his hair.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean? Yeah, and
100%.
put it like in a
He
braided
probably
into
did
like
like
a
the ball
ponytail.
to like the long thing, like
Yeah.
the Mayans would do it. Yep.
Not only that, dog. So their tattoos, what they would get, I think they would get like jaguar prints, fool. Like
Yeah,
or
makes sense.
yeah. And then they would get also, what else would they get?
It was the Jaguar Warrior and the Eagle
Oh,
Warrior.
and like patterns. And,
Yep.
and more than likely it'll probably be like right here on his jaw, fool, or on his cheek,
Yep.
kind of like Tyson. You ever seen him?
Yeah, that little
You know what I
tribal
mean?
tat.
That's crazy, fool. That fool went all out. And,
Nah, he went full in. He went fully in.
So if you were to, like Figueroa was saying, if you were to like describe him, more than likely, dog, he was tall and he was bronze because always being out in the sun.
Yep.
He was tatted in the face, more than likely right here. He had plugs and he had a lip, and they didn't mention whether he had a nose piercing, but he probably did.
Probably, most
I
likely.
feel like he did. And then he more than likely he had a vest made out of cotton, dog. Like I guess it was kind of like a shield.
Like a shield. Yep.
And I heard that. I want to say that I heard that was really good too.
Nah, yeah, they used to make like their basically like body armor.
And I heard even the Spanish kind of adopted it, fool, because it was lighter, fool. Because I think they were carrying like metal.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and then there you go, dog. And he ended up being so deep in this shit, dog, that he actually became like rank. He became a captain, dog.
Yep. After he was in a lot of battles with them, dog. He just became a warrior.
Yeah.
He became a warrior. He was in a lot of battles with them, a lot.
And like Tigre said before, like his experience already in Spain.
He had already been a soldier.
He was already a soldier, so he was already valuable because he was teaching him the fucking strategies.
And I bet when the Spaniards came, he taught them, look, this is how we're gonna beat them. This is how because I know he was a fucking headache, dog. Like for the Spaniards.
Oh yeah.
Like
he was going against them
they obviously conquered the Mexica, right? But then like they came trying to conquer over here, dog. I heard he was a fucking problem, dog. Like they couldn't take over the mines for years because of him, dog. Like he would set up booby traps, like he was on their ass, dog.
So he eventually fucking he became a captain, and that's called a Nakum. Nakum. Yeah, a Nakum. So Nakum is a mine captain for the military.
Yep.
All right. So this fool ended up getting a title. He got in so deep that I want to say
the only thing was higher than him was the chief. That's it, probably.
The chief ended up letting him fucking get with his daughter.
I'm pretty sure like he was a chief, and then in second in command is the military dude.
And remember, people, back then that was a sign of like
bringing the two worlds together,
like unity,
peace,
and
peace
like
between us.
That's like a high, like honorable, like respect, like yo, like I want you to be with my daughter.
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna marry the two kingdoms. You're like, yeah.
Like, that's like a big thing, dog. So that's why we say he is the godfather of the fools. He's the godfather 100%. Of the mestizos, dog. With the daughter of the chief, of the Mayan chief, her name was Zazil, I think. I want to say it was Zazil.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Zazil. I might be wrong. If I am, whatever. So they had kids, dog. And those were the true first documented, recorded mestizos, dog. Not Hernan Cortez.
Before Cortez, yeah.
Hernan Cortez was just more popular. That's it.
Yeah, his story's known more. That's why.
That's it. But the truth is that he's really the first to fucking, you know what I mean? At least recorded, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know if they're boning bitches out in Panama, probably.
But they were Mexicans. They were, you get what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about like being right there, the main.
Oh yeah, the mestizo, yeah. That being said, there you go, dog. That's the reason why I say he's the first fool.
No, yeah, for sure.
Or father of the first fools.
I mean, think about what he did too, dog. Like he turned his back on Spain like that and was like fucking. He fell in love with the culture, with the land, with the tierra, with everything, fool. You know, with the way of life. Cause you know how it is, dog. Like you always think, you know, like I'm pretty sure he thought like, man, we're the smartest, we're the dopest, and then he seen the way they live over here and just like.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, like
way
obviously,
different, dog. Just a way different lifestyle, you know.
Basically,
living
dog,
one with the
I
land.
think he
fool, you
chose
know?
to be with
100%.
them.
He wanted to.
He liked it.
Fool,
He liked it.
When Jeronimo de Aguilar came, he could have been like, all right, let's go. Come on. Then he could have taken off and just ran with him.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna stop him. Fool.
Yeah.
You know, he had already earned the respect for fighting. They weren't gonna stop him. Go
Hey,
ahead.
what do you think? You think that like that means something, dog? Like do you think that shows something?
He fell in love with the pureness of everything. For over here, you get me? Like. There was a pure
As a soldier,
like
too,
there was
dog.
a purity of living the way that the ancestors
He liked
did
it,
with.
fool. He loved
like,
something, dog.
There was fool.
There's
Like remember what I told you? Like we live on the earth, but they used to live with it, fool. They were part of everything, fool. You get me? And I'm pretty sure that shit felt amazing, fool. You know?
Yeah. So yeah, dog. So technically he's the first Spaniard to integrate fully into the indigenous society, dog.
Yeah.
Which was the Mayans. You know what I mean? That's why he was considered the father of the mestizos. And he's honored in not only Mexico because that's like he basically made the first Mexican, dog.
Yep. I know in one of the songs they talk about Quintana Roo, they talk about him too.
And Belize, cool.
And Belize too.
Belize,
yeah. So, Belize. You would like it looks like a lot of the raza negra, yeah, way, pero like
they do. The homie,
but they all speak Spanish, fool. Like super
Buckwheat. Shout out to the homie Buckwheat.
Yeah, hell yeah, Belize. There's a lot of raza over there, fool. A lot of raza over there.
And yeah, dog. So Guerrero continued to serve as a military leader in Chetumal, which was it says a nearby region, and shit. And long story short, dog. He ended up staying with them for a while, dog. When he became a military captain, that was like already 15, 19, or 18, and that's when Cortez came.
Landed, yep.
Oh, here's another important thing I almost forgot.
Yep.
Bernal Diaz has this recorded and is written down, dog.
Mm-hmm.
We never got into when Hernan came, fool.
Yeah. No, yeah, we just said that Jeronimo de Aguilar told them, hey, the Spaniards are here, let's go, 8 years later.
Yeah. So long story short, when Hernan Cortez got, to fucking Mexico, landed, he ended up coming across Aguilar, Geronimo. That ended up being his translator. Before he got with the fucking Melinche.
Yep.
Right, Melinche was being the first, indigenous trader woman of the Aztecs.
Yep. No, she was Mayan too, though.
Oh, was she Mayan?
Yeah, fool. Remember the Mayans gave her up. The Mayans in Potonchan. It was that fool Tasco. That was the leader who gave her up. He was Mayan.
So when Hernan Cortez got there, Geronimo Aguilar ended up being his translator. Somehow he was able to get in contact with Gonzalo Guerrero, and he asked him. He's like, "Hey, yo, like, come through,
let's go back.
The people just got here, dog. Fucking years later, dog.
8 years later.
8 years later, dog.
That's a good little stretch, dog.
That's a mean stretch, dog.
Yeah.
So this is recorded, dog. I wish I had it right here, but I can just tell you off the top of my brain, kind of how it sounded, dog. He told Cortez, he's like, yo, like, I got my life here. I got my child. I got my wife. I got my child here. I'm fully dedicated to being Mayan.
Yeah.
That his whole entire life is there. That
that's it. What I choose. I'm on this side now.
I ain't fuck with y'all no more.
But vaya con Dios, homie.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios.
With your God.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because, he straight up told him that he's good. He's straight. That he don't want to fuck with him no more.
Yeah. Are you sure? Like, I'm pretty sure he was like, are you
they probably were like, damn.
All right, cool. No, I'm pretty sure right away they were like, I'm pretty sure Cortez was pissed. He said, what? Fucking traitor.
He
was pissed.
Oh, here it goes. I got it right here. I am married and I have children. My face is tattooed. My ears are pierced. Go with God. I will stay with these people.
Vaya con Dios, homie.
Yep.
Yo me quedo aquí con la raza.
He probably said it in Spanish too. Straight up, dog. That's dope, dog. And then dog. So he ended up living with them a pretty long life. I want to say by the 1520s. I think I want to say it was 1536 is when he finally died, fool. Yeah. And he was killed.
It was close to 60.
He died in battle, dog.
Yeah, still in war, dog. Fighting dog.
Fighting against the Spanish, fool.
Still.
So his own people.
He went down there all the way. I want to say that one, though. He went all the way down into, like, Guatemala or something. He was already into, like,
Yeah, he already had went up north.
Like, so deep into the jungle.
They're probably taking over little, like, regions little by little.
He was deep in the jungle. Yep.
Yeah, dog, and Gonzalo Guerrero, he ended up getting killed by his own people, by the Spanish.
Somebody shot him because they couldn't take him down like a man,
and
like a coward.
And they say basically he went out, fighting with the
fighting
Mayans,
with
fool, as a Mayan
that
himself.
that when the Spaniards found his body, that they were like,
That's another that's another first recorded like you said, like traitor, dog, like
so
I
well, to
said,
the Spaniards, yeah.
well, yeah, to the Spaniards,
But to
that's
us,
like,
he's a hero. To them, he's a fucking traitor.
the
You know?
first recorded, like basically him joining the other side
And then
dying.
they call that shit a
for it.
Benedict Arnold over here.
Yeah, fool. So that's dope, dog. Like he I feel like he's the real G, fool. Like the first real, like,
Dog, you can't get
You know
more
what I mean?
like
the
fucking.
first real Miklo, dog. We should call him Miklo.
Yeah.
That's
Or Miklo should
funny.
be called Gonzalo now. And shit. Fucking, yeah. Think about what he did, dog. That was quite a life he lived for sure. He got to live like two completely different fucking worlds, bro. Think about Europe, how it was in Spain. Like there are fucking cement buildings everywhere already, like everything's supposedly. And then you come over here and live in the jungle with the Mayans. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I was right, dog. It was Sasil Ha, daughter of Nachan Khan. A Mayan. I want to say like a Mayan chief, and they actually had 3 kids, fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, fool, and that's recognized as the first mestizo, which is mixed heritage, dog.
Yeah.
Children in the Americas, dog. That's what we are, fool. Basically, that's dope, dog. This gonna have a lot of shorts, dog, for sure, dog. Let me see. Before we end this, yeah, he became a war captain, which was Nakam, or how do you say it? No,
Nakum.
Nakum. The ruler of the Chetumal, Mayan. Yeah, he even So basically, dog, his weapons were like swords.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was smart, so he's like, I need like Spaniards weapons, you know,
I'm
metal
sure,
shit that's gonna I could kill them.
I'm sure he taught them that.
Oh
too,
no,
dog.
100%. And I'm pretty sure every time they killed some of them, hey, take their weapons, grab all that shit, you know.
Yeah, dog. So that's it, man.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys, man. We're gonna do
Gonzalo Guerrero, man, the first one to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna probably do what was the next
part 4 or 5, I'm not sure, but yep, we'll have that one up too, like within a couple of days.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to get on it.
That being said, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, obviously here on YouTube.
Thank you to all the new subscribers, man. Thank you to everybody
man, we got
who's following.
you.
Yeah. To all the new subscribers, thank you.
Yeah, usually what we like, before we used to do like shout outs and all that at the beginning of the video, but I was telling Thingler to just start doing them at the end.
Yeah, for sure.
So, shout out to all the homies.
All the new subscribers, everybody,
all
man. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Hey, shout out to William, dog, Will, from fucking Arizona, folks.
The primo.
Yeah, we had a little fucking family wedding and shit, dog, man. Shout out to all the
shout out to everybody out there,
my cuñados and shit, man. That was pretty cool too, dog. Maybe
on
another episode, fool, we could talk about weddings and
we can do some shit.
I was laughing, dog, cause my cuñado was over here looking like a Spanish fool. Conquista himself, dog. You know what I mean, with his little beard and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to the West Factory, man.
Shout out to the West Factory for sure.
Hey, we already got the mics too, dog. Like we got, we're gonna start doing interviews.
Yep.
We're almost to 500 subscribers, man.
Thank you.
Because we're going for 1,000. Obviously, we need a G-ball.
It's cool we have for there.
So that way we can actually start fucking getting a little income, dog.
Trying to get
and it can kind of start paying itself off. You get me? Because we do this out of love. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. One thing too, man. Us, we always just gonna talk our shit and try to bring you all the facts that we know as close as we can to the real facts, and we're gonna talk always about Raza, and our people and shit.
Hey, and check out our latest shorts, man. They've been going.
They've been going up.
They're up to like 10K, man. I appreciate everybody that likes and
thank you, man. We appreciate that. Catch you guys next time.
Good looking out, man. Go ahead.